When I paint on a gallery wrap canvas, my first step is to put the wire on the back, because chances are the painting will be quite wet when I finish it, and if I want to have it off the easel so I can work on something else, I need to have somewhere to put it, and since the edges will be painted, it's easiest if I just hang it. So I measure about 1/3 of the way down the canvas, and I fasten the wire on one side and then fasten it again on the other. I usually wrap it twice. This is a plastic coated wire. I just find that's a little bit nicer. And then I wrap it around, and I take a pair of pliers to crimp the end down, because the last thing you want is somebody to poke themselves on the wire when they're hanging the picture. So just a little squeeze to clamp it down. And my next step, at least with this canvas, is to give it a couple of coats of a gesso to prime the canvas. This canvas is a little bit coarser than I want for a surface, so I use the gesso to give it a couple of coats. I just brush it all in different directions. I really prefer the golden gesso. Some gessos, especially if you're using a less expensive one, will be a little bit chalky and it won't take the paint really well. So I just smooth on a coat of this golden gesso with a soft brush. It's up to you if you prime the edges. And I don't always prime my canvas like this, but in this case, just because I want it to be a little bit smoother, this is what I'll do. Now, once I've given it a coat, I let it dry, and then I come back and give it a second coat. If you like, you can sand the 2 coats in between. And once the canvas has completely dried, I give it a really light sanding. I'm using a sanding block here, just a fine grade. Brush off the excess, and there's my smooth canvas.